Welcome to In Layman's Terms. Today, I'm here to admit something. I was wrong about my Apple TV when it comes to Dolby Atmos. You see, I made a critical mistake. I believed in the Apple TV, without question that it supported Dolby Atmos and DTS-X sound. For those of you with an AV receiver or soundbar that supports these formats, you may have also inadvertently fallen into the same category as I have. For example, whenever I loaded up a movie on Netflix that supported Dolby Atmos, my receiver would display that beautiful little Dolby Atmos logo, letting me know that I am now receiving the best audio quality possible. When I played Atmos-enabled music via the Apple Music app on the Apple TV, my receiver would once again display that beautiful Atmos logo, and the sound was incredible. In my mind, I thought, okay, cool, Apple TV supports Dolby Atmos. However, I'm here today to admit that I have unwittingly been living a lie. Recently, I invested significantly in my home theater. I purchased a nice AV receiver, amplifier, speakers, TV, the works. Just like anyone who upgrades their AV setup, I wanted to ensure I was getting the best possible quality out of it. Now, there are levels in this game, and believe me, I know some people who have spent enough money on their home theater, it costs more than the average home. I recently upgraded my theatre TV from the Samsung 8K Neo QLED 85-inch to the new 2024 LG G4 83-inch. Now that's another story for another video, but with my new setup, I really wanted to discover what my home theatre could do. The next logical step for me was to start ripping my own 4K Blu-rays, uncompressed, one-to-one rips for my Plex media server. It's a first world problem, but I hate having to change discs all the time. At this point, this is where I discovered for the longest time, when I thought I was actually listening to Atmos, what I was really listening to was 5.1. Now, I am no expert in this field, so if you have anything to contribute, please leave a message in the comments section. When I ripped my own 4K Blu-rays, they all included HDR and Atmos data, so as I loaded them into my Plex media server, Plex identified these videos containing high quality audio formats. I hit play, I hear the audio. I would assume everything is correct, right? I mean, all the other streaming apps that display videos with Atmos work correctly, so why would this be any different? What I discovered was that it's not actually a Plex issue, it's an Apple TV issue. Now, I'm not going to try and technically explain this as I honestly don't completely understand it myself. The bottom line is that the Apple TV does not support pass-through audio. You see, in order to obtain the best quality audio, you need your Atmos compatible AV receiver or soundbar to decode the audio itself, hence the need for pass-through. Apple TV does not support audio pass-through. Instead, it chooses to decode the audio itself and then passes it onto your audio device to be played. This process effectively removes all the necessary metadata information required for Atmos. I recently discovered that devices like the Xbox or the Nvidia Shield support true pass-through. This is likely why the Shield is still so popular. I never really understood why that device was still being used by so many people. Perhaps this is a part of that reason. For years, I have blissfully watched movies on my Apple TV via Plex, assuming I was getting the best quality audio. So this is why today I feel that Apple TV, we need to talk. So at this part of the video, I just wanted to show and demonstrate how I originally got caught up. As you can see, I've loaded up a television show on Apple TV Plus using my Apple TV 4K. Instantly, my receiver has identified the audio format as Dolby Atmos. So this is what initially caught me up. It made me believe that my Apple TV 4K would support Dolby Atmos regardless of the source. In order to get my 4K Blu-rays to work correctly, I needed to use Plex on my Xbox Series X. So as you see, I've opened up the playback information and the audio codec is being transcoded from True HD to AAC, which is obviously not what I want and was essentially the same thing that Plex was doing on my Apple TV. So once I go down to the bottom and force direct play, what that will allow the Xbox and Plex to do is pass through straight from the app with no transcoding of the audio directly to my receiver. So as you can see, I've loaded up the same video now and the audio codec is True HD. If I open the receiver information settings, and you can see here now it's identified the format as DTS-X MA, which is essentially a similar competing format to Dolby Atmos. The end result is if you are able to get a device that allows audio pass through, you can get your receiver to play the Dolby Atmos enhanced formats. In conclusion, regardless if you are in the Apple ecosystem or not, the Apple TV is still the best streaming box, hands down, with this one minor exception. So if you are ripping your own 4K Blu-rays, you may want to consider using a device like the Xbox or Nvidia Shield purely for the audio pass-through features. Otherwise, for day-to-day consumption, the Apple TV is still the king. Let's just hope that one day Apple will allow audio pass-through for the enthusiasts. Thanks for watching. Until next time.